Those were some incredible customer stories. As a product leader, while I love building products, what's more meaningful to me is how we are impacting the lives of our users and our customers. So another huge round of applause for our customer speakers, please. So good afternoon, everyone. I am thrilled and honored to be here today at my very first Unleash. Meeting all of you here, customers, partners, innovators, leaders, it has been incredibly energizing. Your passion and feedback is what inspires us. It fuels everything we build. So thank you for being on this journey with us. Now, we are at a defining moment in the industry. Last few years, you've been hearing a lot about AI. It's AI everywhere. But today, AI has gone way past the hype. AI is delivering real results. And as Abhijit said this morning, AI is unleashing a new era of performance for revenue teams. It's making them more productive, reasoning and guiding them in every action, even taking actions on their behalf, and sometimes making them even more human in an interaction. At Outreach, we're not just watching this from the sidelines. We are leading this AI transformation together with you. And the numbers speak for themselves. Sellers who partner with AI are 3.7 times more likely to meet their number. That is not a small edge. That is the difference between chasing numbers and crushing them. These sellers with high AI skills are not just automating tasks. They're using AI as a teammate to work smarter at every stage. But here's the challenge. Most organizations are not seeing that value of AI yet. In fact, stats show that only 7% of sellers are effectively leveraging AI. And why is that? Because adopting AI is not as easy as flipping a switch. Think about how most reps do their work today. They're toggling between tabs, digging for contact data, jumping back into CRM for updates, prepping for meetings, and now you're asking them to incorporate more AI tools in that journey. Another thing for them to learn on top of trying to hit their quota. And the result? Even if a company invests in AI, it ends up sitting on the shelf. And sellers miss out on the real benefits. So how do you go about closing that gap? Well, AI should work for sellers, not the other way around. AI needs to be simple, embedded in their workflow, meeting them where they are, in their meetings, in their inbox, in their deal view. It shouldn't require them to learn new tools or require them to become prompt experts. Second, AI must be relevant. It needs to be powered by the right data and by the right context about the customer, but also their journey with you. The past deals, their past conversations, their past purchases, and external data. What's happening in that company, news, org changes. When AI has all this context, every recommendation and every action becomes spot on. But most importantly, AI must be trusted. Because hallucinations are real. And how in the world is that not an oxymoron anymore? But that's the world we are living in. You know the risks of letting automation run wild. You don't want AI spamming your customers or putting a deal at risk. So sellers need to be there in the loop where it matters. And sellers don't want a black box. They want explainability, so they can trust what the AI is doing. Think of AI as a new coworker, right? You watch them, you train them, and once it starts giving consistent results, that's when you give control over to them. So when AI is simple to use, relevant in the moment, and grounded in trusted data, that's when your sellers start adopting the tool. Not only do they adopt it, they start relying on it. And that's ingrained in their day-to-day. And these are exactly the principles we have used in bringing AI, deploying AI inside the Outreach platform. You all saw this, the AI revenue workflow platform that Outreach is. This was introduced by Abhijit this morning. But it's extremely powerful because it starts with the foundation, the data. Outreach is already a leader in sales engagement and conversation intelligence. And we are delivering trusted insights from that data that's already within your Outreach. And we also connect to your CRM. But this past year, we have made significant advances in bringing other customer data to Outreach, starting with your first-party data that might live outside your past interactions, your product usage signals. All of that is being brought in via our Snowflake and Databricks connectors. And we have built deep integrations with third-party data partners. So we can get access to that trusted contact and real-time signals that are in these platforms. We started the journey with Explorium, was our first data partner. Sales Intel is the next data provider we're going to be bringing on board, followed by ZoomInfo, MadKudu, LeadIQ, Warmly, and many more. This is a process we've begun, and we are inviting more partners into this ecosystem. But this connected data fuels that automation layer that has always been our strength and our core. But more importantly, it fuels our AI and our AI agents. So you can get those deal insights. You can get the precision in forecasting. You can get those personalized engagements powered into your workflows. So in summary, Outreach brings AI, data, and automation together to power your revenue workflows. So sellers can work faster and work smarter at every stage. And we've already brought some incredible innovations to market this past year, infusing AI across every single workflow. You just heard this in the customer story earlier. You can get instant recaps on a meeting, deal, or account with our AI summaries. You can simply ask a question. What have I learned about my competitors in this account? What is my churn risk? And not only does our AI give you that answer, it tells you exactly where in the conversation it pulled from. And this is how you build trust in AI. Email Assist is our most used AI feature. Now you can send that meeting follow-up or an exec reach out in seconds. You get your own personal ghostwriter right within Outreach. And we deepen the AI insights from Kaya, our conversation intelligence platform. So with smart topics, you get more than a keyword search. Our AI models detect sentiment and intent, so you can track those pricing objections, timing delays, competitor mentions across all your conversations without ever having to open a single call or a transcript. Smart coach cards bring real-time coaching to every seller. These coach cards train you on your discovery pitches, check if your medpick is capturing effectively, or even teach you how to improve your negotiation skills. Takes the burden off the managers, and sellers are smarter at every step. Beyond infusing AI, we have advanced the Outreach platform to meet the needs of every seller. Whether you're a mid-market seller or an enterprise seller, or an account manager or a CSM who is focused on retention and expansion, or an SDR working top of the funnel, we've got you covered. Now you can ditch all your documents and spreadsheets and build these intelligent account plans, account views right within Outreach. And you can map out your entire stakeholders. So with this information, you can build the right account strategy to win, build the right connections, and build lifelong customer relationships. Now, a major source of the revenue that you're looking for is in your backyard. It's your existing customers. In fact, for companies greater than 200 million in ARR, studies show that 2/3 of that revenue comes from expansions. Outreach now tracks product purchases and usage signals, so now your reps can act in the moment. So when the usage drops, they can step in early and drive that retention motion. And when the moment is right, outreach nudges sellers to have the right upsell conversation, turning happy customers into lifelong growth engines. And our most requested feature now, you can take outreach on the go with our mobile app. You can make calls, send emails, yes. Get updates on your accounts, and soon you will be able to listen to recordings all while you're sipping that margarita on the beach at President's Club or at Unleash. And for leaders, we have built the most flexible forecasting solution. And I say this very proudly because this is not an easy problem to solve. But now, with outreach, you can forecast your way. You can forecast new business versus renewals, churn versus contraction, roll up by quantity or by amount. And the best part of it is it's all self-service, fully configurable by you. And with forecast trends and AI predictions, you don't just see the numbers. You see the behaviors. Which reps are overcommitting? Who is sandbagging? So you can coach your teams and call your forecast with confidence. There is a deep dive session on forecasting tomorrow. Please make sure to check that out. And we brought even more flexibility into the platform with custom objects. So now you can integrate any data from CRM or from any external system. Whether it's campaigns, support cases, or product usage, sellers get a full view of their customer within outreach, and their data is fully actionable by automation and by AI. And we love our admins. Any admins in the audience? All right. Admins are the superheroes of the organization. And we have given them a few more superpowers. So with the admin health dashboard, you can ensure that your users are adopting the platform well. And you can quickly diagnose issues at scale, so you get the most value out of outreach. Now, that seemed like a lot, right? But that's not it. We delivered over 200 innovations this past year. The team has been pretty hard at work, and this included many, many customer-requested features, features requested by you. So thank you for all your feedback on NPS surveys, G2 reviews, all of these meetings, the mobile app, and some of the usability features like dark mode. These are just some examples of how we're building outreach together with you. So while deploying product and building product matters, what matters more is the results you're getting, right? You're looking for those outcomes. And Abhijit shared some specific outcomes from customers in his keynote. But this is what majority of our customers are seeing on our platform. These are results from customers who are above our 50th percentile. And these results are across the sales funnel. So on the top of the funnel, you're seeing 93% more meetings booked with outreach. And you are closing bigger deals, you're winning more deals. 45% increase in deal size, 26% increase in win rate. That is the platform you want, that gets you the results you're looking for. Okay, and I can't finish this part of the keynote without talking about agents. We are all here to learn about AI and AI agents. We recently launched the outreach revenue agents that Emily just talked about. But I have to say this. These are not agents that are just doing a task for you. They're not just assisting you and asking questions and getting responses back. This is an industry-first end-to-end workflow agent that is completing entire workflows on behalf of sellers. This is a game changer. These agents don't just assist. They reason, they act. And some things are meant to be repeated. Some good things are meant to be repeated. So I'm going to do a recap of what Emily probably just showed you. What do these agents actually do? Number one, they quickly identify and prioritize your accounts and prospects. No more manual list building. Number two, They automatically enrich every target with the most relevant data and insights, whether it's first-party insights or third-party intel like news or hiring. Finally, they craft the right engagement using that information and your own seller voice and seller messaging so you can get the right outcomes from that engagement. And the best part is, again, you have full control in this process. You can determine whether the human performs that last touch, or once you build the trust in the AI, you can let AI take it all the way. Since it's so flexible, you can build the agent to mimic any sales play, any revenue workflow that your business needs. Let's see this in action a little bit. And Emily showed an example of this first agent. Here, you have an agent that is prospecting into a new ICP, ready to jump into action whenever a company announces a new product. Another agent picks up inbound leads, instantly understands their intent based on the webinar they attended, and crafts a hyper-relevant outreach so you can get that meeting booked. And while all of that is happening, there are other agents that are monitoring your existing accounts and their product usage, ready to engage at the perfect moment to get you that expansion. I missed that click, though, so that's the expansion agent. So as you can see, with Outreach, you can deploy agents across hundreds of such use cases. This is the true unlock of AI. It's not just scaling productivity, it's scaling outcomes. And the crazy part is that we are still at the beginning of what is possible with AI. I'm very excited to turn it over to the product leaders next to show what is coming next in our roadmap. So please welcome Neil Deason, head of our Voice and Conversation Intelligence products. Thank you.